Ayan. So for our mahusay chutis of the week, today, last week, January 3, 2022, week 6, we have the following chuti. So unahin ko muna. Richmond Magusib, Josa Espiritu, Jasmine Bangay, Corinne May Costales, James Kailau, Alexander Crisi Patrica, Luzel P. Fernandez, Krisha May Lasala, Julans Carsander Makapagal, Gretel Gwen Maglia, and Janela May. Yan. Tutor Jen?
Yes, we also have Miro Kelby Sombilio, Jane Agonoy Saludares, Cheska Dualin, Galilea de la Cruz, Carl Chester Garcia, Rave Elijah Del Rosario, Rain, Ashley Victoria, Eliza Ri, Gigantoka, Avril Prime Danyosos, CJ De La Cruz, and Aljun Nicolas. Tutor I'm not sure if na-flash ito ng maayos kanina. We also have RK Kabuhat, Ira Quaresma, Chelsea Kate Villegas, Joseph Edzil Riego, Kerubin Gabriel Villamor, Ralph Asho, Resvel Aisha Doblas, Rayjen Gabriel Bondok. And this week, Tutor we have
Yes.
4 learners who shared their outputs. One is Jamir Lawrence. He shared this output in DepEd Itulay na page. So thank you very much for
Wow,
sharing your work. So
congratulations.
he showed this one. He chose predation. Okay. And we still have Tupac Turogar.
We have also Renz Gaiver Calyanta, a grade 7 section mark from Imelda Integrated School, Malabon. Ayan. So he shared about his learning in biotic and abiotic factors. Ayan. So keep sharing your work po. So we have our next work of art. Ayan. Tutor Jen.
Yes, we also have Alraiza Zaidane P. Gaza of grade 7, section M del Pilar of Pampanga High School. This is her output showing biotic and abiotic components in an ecosystem. Thank you, and special mention daw sa kanyang teacher, si Ma'am Kisha Luis Garcia. And may isa pa, Tuturogar?
And the last one, no, is from Samantha D. Blasi. Congratulations for your very nice work of art. This talks about the biotic and abiotic factors from a grade 7 learner, section Diamond A, from Liano High School, Caloocan City. So thank you so much, Samantha, and your science teacher together with your principal and other teachers who help you, and also your parent. Actually, Tutor Jen, this works really shows na ang galing, ang husay ng mga estudyante ay hindi lamang sa paaralan kundi pati na rin sa online, di ba? Parang nasanay na rin sila, Tutor Jen.
Yes, and we're very happy that they're sharing their outputs kasi ang iba for sure may be using different modules, but yung iba are also using the central office released module just like what we're using sa DepEd Itulay. So we're thankful that they still manage to share their outputs with us.
Yes, very totoo yan. Okay, so that is our module coming from the central office.
So ang title, Tuturogar, is Effects of Changes in the Abiotic Factors. Nag-umpisa na tayo to talk about abiotic and biotic factors last week. So this week, ang ating focus with the most essential learning competency is for our learners to predict the effect of changes in abiotic factors on the ecosystem. So may pa-shoutout dito si learner natin, Tuturogar, si Marvin Kapulong. Good afternoon daw.
Yan.
So, reminders, Tuturogar, I'll have 1 to 4 and the other half will be from you. So,
okay, go
again,
ahead.
So may pre-test tayo and then you take time in reading and answering the questions. Use a clean sheet of paper, but for our Itulay session, answer in the comment section. Don't forget your name and school. And try to recall and connect the ideas that you had in the previous grade level. Tutor Rogar?
Okay, so for our 5th to 8th, you have to be honest. Basically, because we're doing the activities, record only what you have really observed. And then number 6, don't hesitate to ask if you need clarification or something to approach or contact your teacher. And take the post-test prepared at the end of the module. And you can check your answers in the activities, self-assessments, and post-test. Ayan!
So, ang ating question, Tutor Rogar, ayan na.
Yan, ang ating question, okay, is handa na ba kayo or are you ready to our activity and our fun-filled lesson this afternoon? Ayan, so
Yan.
I think they are all ready.
Yes, and good afternoon to Xavier Makiling Rafael. I think this is your student, student mo, Tutor Rogar. He won
hello.
sa quarter 1 natin, di ba, na summative.
Ayan. I think
Ready
they're all
na
ready. Yan. Wow, ang saya.
Sila Alriza, Renz, Kerubin, Samantha, Aliyah, and Marvin. So, let's begin, Tutor Rogar. As usual, yeah, we have our 3-item pre-test. So for the pre-test and para mas ma-recognize po namin kayo, please in the comment section, share your answers, indicate your name and school to be recognized. And as you answer, indicate also the number. No, just have the number also kung anong sagot nyo for that item. So ready na si Audrey and Rianette. I'll start with question number 1. What do you call the physical location of an ecosystem in which a given species lives? A, habitat, B, niche, C, biotic factor, or D, tropical level. What do you call the physical location of an ecosystem in which a given species lives? A, habitat, B, niche, C, biotic factor, or D, tropical level. May sagot na si Kerubin Chotorogar.
Yes, he answered letter A as well as Renz, Alriza, Kerubin, Audrey, Alea, and Ramil.
Wow, ang bilis. So you have, correct, letter A, habitat. Si letter B, that's the role of the organism. Biotic factor, this is a generic term. And tropical level, different levels in the ecosystem where parang na may changes sa food level or energy content as it is passed from one organism to another. Go ahead, Chutorogar, with question number 2.
Okay, let's proceed to number 2. Which phrase best describes an ecosystem? A, individual cells. B, individual organisms. Letter C, interactions among cells. Or letter D, interaction among organisms. Ayan, so medyo challenging ito kasi you need to relate the ecosystem to our previous lesson. Ayan. Let's see. Okay, Alriza Zaydain Gazab, which I believe one of our mahusay students, answered letter D rather. And then also Kerubin D, Samantha D, Richmond D, Audrey D, Julans D, RK D, and Kerubin D. The correct answer is letter D. Congratulations.
Yes. And last item for our pretest, we have which of the following is not an abiotic factor? A, light, B, moisture, C, temperature, D, number of organisms. Which is not an abiotic factor? Light, B, moisture, C, temperature, D, number of organisms. Yan na. So, for them to be able to answer this, they should know or recall what an abiotic factor is. Ang bilis ng Kerubin. Okay. Sagot niya, number 3, letter D. So we have, ayan, para Richmond. Hello, Richmond Magusib. Ayan, for number 3, answer is letter D, number of organisms. So when we talk about organisms, these are the living members of the ecosystem. So these are the biotic, a part of the biotic factor. So it's not abiotic. So
Yes.
Chitorogar, what other activity do our learners have to do?
Okay, so let's have our activity. The directions list down in the circles the abiotic factors in the ecosystem. Okay, so you're going to enumerate the different abiotic factors you think in the ecosystem. Okay, so if we say abiotic, it means there's no life. However, it helps, it helps the ecosystem to survive. Not only the ecosystem, but the organism as a whole. Okay? So as I've seen here, perfect scores yung ating mga estudyante.
Yes.
So right now, we're going to answer the enumeration. Now, can you enumerate the abiotic factors in the ecosystem? Ayan, so
Please
Aliza Zayden Gaza
answer.
answered.
Wow,
Abiotic factors
bilis.
are air, sun, saan ba yun? Temperature, water, yan.
Correct. Si Marvin
Sige.
also answered air, water, sun, log, or land, soil, temperature.
Sige, let's show the answers, Tutor Jen.
Yes, we have air, correct.
Very
And tama
good.
rin si Ramiel Zane Reyes. And we have wind. Anong difference, Tutor Rogar, ng air and wind?
Ano kaya? So, air and wind, are they the same, Tutor Jen?
And then, no, kasi we have
Yes.
wind that's moving.
Moving.
But air is a mixture of gases.
Gases.
Okay, so, sagot pa naman ni Renz, in addition, na-mention nila is water, temperature, yan. So we also have soil, temperature, correct? And then water.
Water. Wow, perfect score. Nang dahil dyan, bibigyan natin sila ng baboy. Ganon. Yay!
Yeah, so we'll get to know each of the abiotic factors we have here in the circle. Let's start, Tutor Rogar, ano yung pinakauna na abiotic factor? Or in overview pala muna,
overview
sorry.
Muna tayo.
Yes. Go ahead, Tutor Rogar.
So, for an overview, we are going to define what is ecosystem. Once again, ecosystem refers to communities interacting with each other to the physical environment. If we say communities, that's a group of organisms, species, or animals. And then it can be a pond, a desert, an ocean, a forest, or your neighborhood. That is an example of ecosystem. And there are two components. There is biotic components, which are living components, and the abiotic components, which are non-living components. Both of them has an essential role to the ecosystem that helps the ecosystem to survive and to have a happily and harmonious livable environment. Yan.
Yes. So, going back to the definition, di ba, Tutor Rogar, you have communities interacting with each other and the physical environment. So, example natin na, very simple example for biotic component, we have birds. They are dependent on the abiotic factors around them, such as for water, and of course, they need also air. So we have sample here for abiotic component also. Dun sa example, sample output ng ating mga tuties of the week, maganda makita na they have identified those organisms, naka-cut out sila ng pictures, and they know how to distinguish biotic and abiotic components. So, yeah, let's get to know each one. Tutor Rogar?
Okay, so let's have first the air, okay? So it consists of the air or atmosphere. It consists of 78% nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 1% carbon dioxide and other gases. This also protects organisms from certain harmful rays from the sun. However, a change in the number of gases present in our atmosphere can cause global warming. Kaya nga dapat we need to protect our air. There is a Clean Air Act that helps to promote to have a better and clean air for us, not only for us, but also to the animals, and so on and so forth. Yan.
The simplest, Tutor Rogar, the simplest na batas na na-appreciate ko talaga is not letting yung smoking in public. I really appreciate that kasi hindi siya masakit sa ilong, diba? So, when we speak of air, it's a mixture of gases. We don't want pollutants in the air that we are breathing. So, parang say mixture of gases, just like our learners this afternoon, Tutor Rogar. And since Q1, we have a mixture of learners from different schools. We have from Macabebe High School, from Alicia Vocational School, from Santa Lucia National High School. Naisingit. We have LFG Diamantina National High School. So we have
we get to know them.
Air. Yes.
Okay. So sabi nga ni Tutor Jen, sabi nga ni Renz Guyver Calyanta, that's why we need to plant more trees. Yan.
Sige, for us Tutor to Jen. Have a fresher. Correct. And may addition si Kerubin Villamor that we need abiotic factors para mabuhay ang biotic factors. Nagkakaroon daw ng balance ang ecology. O Clyde, yes, we should stop cutting trees. Water is a second abiotic factor, and it's one of nature's most important factor that supports life. So tama yung sinabi ni Kerubin that we need abiotic factors for the biotic factors to survive. Water is one that supports life. And an organism survival depends on water in order to grow and reproduce. So photosynthesis, we need water also. Plants need water. Okay, so due to various reasons, some oceans, lakes, or rivers become polluted, which may cause death of some aquatic animals. So we don't want our bodies of water to be polluted because they are also our sources of, for drinking of living organisms.
Yes. Third. Okay, next is sunlight. The sun provides light and warmth and is the energy source for almost all ecosystems on Earth. Sunlight powers photosynthesis of plants, which are the main producers in terrestrial ecosystems. Our climate is strongly affected by the amount of solar radiation received by the Earth coming from the sun. So sunlight is really important and plays a vital role in the ecosystem because without this light, the plants cannot do photosynthesis. Right, Tutor Jen? However, there is in a higher grade level, you may encounter dark reaction and light reaction during photosynthesis. But here in our grade 7, we're going to tackle about first the light reaction, which is really important in photosynthesis, the sunlight.
Yeah, so may mga inputs din sina Samantha that we should not throw trash and chemicals in the ocean. We should conserve water according to Alriza. And sunlight is very important in our ecosystems. Marvin naman added that all living organisms need water. So we have, ito na-mention nila, di ba? Na-mention nila kanina sa enumeration, soil or land. So when we speak of soil, it's made up of bits of rocks, water. There's also part na air, minerals, and the remains of once living organisms. It's important because it provides water and nutrients for plants and is a home for many organisms. And the issue here is when we speak of this, our lesson diba, is on effects of changes in abiotic factors. So the continuing decline in soil moisture can increase the need for irrigation in agriculture and lead to smaller yields and even desertification. Now, sa atin, let's contextualize, no, Chuturogan, we're in the Philippines. We have rainy and yung times na it's rainy season, and we don't want also too much of the water because other plants may also become may parang malunod with so much water. We don't want that. And for times naman it's very sunny, pag mainit na panahon, our plants also, or the soil also, become dried, and it's not also healthy to some plants and organisms. So parang may parang need the balance the moisture needed for some organisms. Kaya for example na Chuturogar, 'di ba, we have in Baguio, or in cooler places like Baguio, only strawberry, they're very abundant in such place. Pero if we go here to Davao, we can only have fruit, yung strawberries dun sa places na mas malamig, di ba? Like in sa Marilog area. Kasi dun parang little Baguio natin dito na equivalent. Because the moisture in the soil also affects the living organisms in it and on it. Chuturogar, how about temperature?
Another important abiotic factor is temperature. All organisms are adapted to survive between a minimum and maximum range of temperature. There are animals whose body temperature fluctuates in different environmental conditions. High temperature causes damage not only directly but also because they are usually accompanied by low humidity. So may mga animals talaga which are intended for high temp, and there are some animals who are intended for low temperature. So it depends on their habitat as well.
Tama. So yung na-question natin kanina, di ba, Chuturogar, is habitat. So our organisms are adapted to particular habitat based on the range of temperature that's considered by their body na okay pa. So tayo, Chuturogar, sanay tayo na ganito, mainit. So dun sa mga tao naman na sa polar regions, they're also used to a much cooler temperature. So our location also affects the temperature of the area. And wind, eto na si wind. Na-mention na kanina si air, now we have wind. So wind is an important abiotic factor because kasi nga there's movement involved because of the rotation and revolution of the earth. So wind helps to disperse the seeds over relatively long distances. So nakahelp siya for pollination in plants. The dispersal can be defined as the movement of individuals away from others of the same species. So like seeds of plants, they become dispersed in other areas because of wind. And strong winds, on the other hand, actually can also destroy things in many places. Just like what happened in some places affected by Typhoon Odette. Sa sobrang lakas ng hangin at yung pagbugso ng ulan, their houses, their mga buildings got destroyed. So strong wind can also affect the condition of an ecosystem.
Yes, totoo yan, Tutor Jen. Okay.
So what we have here, Chuturogar.
So what we have here are the effects of the abiotic factors, right? There is changes in abiotic factor due to climate change and natural disasters affect the population of organisms. Some plants and animals become extinct while others migrate and adapt in order to survive. So these are some of the what we call the changes or effects in abiotic factors. One of these are the following. We have the extreme temperature. Ayan. Sobrang init. It could be, possibly could say we El Nino, something like that. And we have also the flood, yung pagbaha.
Kasi yung Janet na recall ko, Chuturogar. Si Ma'am Janet, flood pa tayo.
Oh, yes. Oo nga. Tapos, these are natural calamities that could affect the environment. And we have the volcanic eruption, which is very natural talaga nag-occur. We have the water pollution that causes the human activities, yung pataka. Anong Tagalog niyan? Yung tapon kahit
Mindless.
saan. Oo. Kaya nagkakaroon ng water pollution. We have also the wildfire. Ayun, being a climber or a hiker, you have to be responsible in your bonfire. Pero when I went to Mount Apo, wala talagang bonfire.
Bawal.
Wala
Bawal.
talaga. Nung nagkaroon ng sunog sa bulkan, sa Mount Apo. And the last one is the soil erosion. Ayun.
Yes. So we're also happy to see a learner from, we have here Chuturogar or Lanao National High School.
Wow, in Lanao. Layo na
Yes.
yan.
Yeah, in addition to Chuturogar, we have a case for flood, baha, na walang bagyo, wala ring malakas na ulan, but there was actually, walang bagyo, but there was rain that was in, if I remember it right, that was in Cagayan de Oro City, na ang flood, or I mean, ang rain, amount of water that they receive from the rain, yung sa, di ba, na-measure yan kung ilang ng water ang nare-receive ng isang area over time. So, that rain in a particular time, very short span of time, ang equivalent na rain na na-receive nila is equivalent na siya for 1 year na ulan. So, short lang ang ulan pero malakas, so nag-contribute siya ng flooding in the city. That was in Cagayan de Oro. And there's one, yung sa na-mention mo, Chuturogar, no, kanina, is na Mount Apo wildfire. That was in 2015. So as a result, there were plants, trees that were lost because of the fire. We lost them because of the fire. And some organisms have to transfer their parang residence nila, their habitat is lost. So they have to move into other places to have their new home because of that fire in 2015.
Yes. So all of this happening causes the organisms to migrate or eventually die because of these calamities. Kaya, ayun, we have to protect talaga our planet.
Sabi ni Renz Chuturogar, sa kanila daw, dito po sa amin, high tide, walang ulan, pero may baha. Yes, some places. Pag may high tide, parang nag-flashback ang tubig sa kanal from the rivers or sa yung malapit sa dagat. Kaya siya bumabaha balik sa some areas.
Correct. Then sabi nga ni Alriza Saidengasa na kaingin farming ay nakakasama rin daw sa ating environment. Yeah. Yan. Very good. So what's more, Tutor Jen?
Yes. So what else can they do? We have here, Tuturogar, we have 2 pictures. We would like our learners to determine the effect of changes on the abiotic factors in the ecosystem depicted by the pictures below. So we have dalawa. So we have here, this is drought.
Drought?
Yes. So this is cornfield. Pero tuyo na siya. Masyadong dry because of extreme na temperature. And we have here on the right side, this is wildfire.
Fire.
So you write down in the comment section what happens, anong mga effect nitong dalawa. We have drought and wildfire. What are the effect of the changes in the abiotic factors in these 2 ecosystems shown?
Okay, I think Kerubin answered. Meron siya nagmamigrate po daw yung ibang animals pag nasisira ang kanilang habitat po. Ayan, very good. Sige.
Sige, ano pa?
Yes. Drought.
School pala ito. Okay. Akala ko answer.
Sabi ni Kerubin, extreme temperature or El Nino po.
Sige, anong effects?
Anong effect niyan? Anong effect? Okay.
Sabi ni
ikaw na, go.
Sige, go.
Go, Chuto dyan.
Sabi ni Alriza is that mamamatay po ang mga living organisms at masisira po ang ating environment.
Okay. Sige. And according to Drens Guyver Calyanta, drought, shortages of drinking water. And according to Aliyah Milo, it's extreme temperature. Ayan, very good, no? They are all vigilant and they already know about all of the effects of these changes of abiotic factor.
Yes. So, sa second picture, we have wildfire. Sabi ni Samantha, magkaka-air pollution daw po dito sa second picture. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Nung pumutok din yung Mount Pinatubo, Chutorogar before, it actually contributed to change or an increase in the content ng ating atmosphere. Ano yung binuga ng bulkan, it contributed to a change in the atmospheric conditions.
Truth.
Okay, yan. Ano pa, sabi ni Kerubin, masisira ang habitat ng mga animals po.
Sige.
Yes. So,
yes. So, loss of habitat, correct. Loss of organism, so maraming mamamatay. And also reduce food and water supply. So, I think all of their answers are correct, di ba? Relate naman din sa mga effects ng drought that is given. Okay, sa wildfire naman, we have the increase in air pollution. Very good. And we have the loss of habitat, of course, the same with drought, and also loss of vegetation. Ayun. Sabi nga ni Renz Guyver Calyanta, magkakaroon din po raw ng asthma. Oo. Of course, pag may
problems because
of course, pag may mga taong nakatira malapit sa forest, magkakaroon talaga sila ng asthma, or kung may asthma ni sila, it will really triggered.
Yan. So, we encourage you, learners, kayo lahat, to please do a little, you make a statement for you to share the importance of abiotic components. So, I'd like you to observe your own environment, yung neighborhood ninyo, and observe the interactions of the living and non-living components in your surroundings. And give at least 5 importance of abiotic components in our ecosystem. So, example, you may say plants need water in order to survive, or without water as an abiotic component, life would not exist. So, you can have 5 statements. You can look at your own ecosystem para mas naka-localize din sa inyo. So, share your outputs on social media and use these hashtags as always. So, we will see them.
Hashtag Science Itulay 7 and hashtag Science Shooter Rogue Jen. Ayan, thank you so much. I think they're all excited to do that activity, Tutor Jen. Okay, next.
Yes, and Tutor Rogue, kasi we have 4 minutes left na lang. So we'll skip the 3 items na na post-test, and we'll have etong ating quote of the day.
The week.
Kasi, yes, or quote of the day or quote of the week. So we have here a statement, and Tutor Rogar will share later his insight on this. So eventually, this is according to Jonas Salk, eventually we'll realize that if we destroy the ecosystem, we destroy ourselves. Tutor Rogar, di paano ka
That
yung
is,
may organization ka sa
yeah,
inyong
the
school?
youth. I think
Yes.
baka may mga members dito ng Youth for Environment in Schools organization. So I think no sa aking pananaw, all things are connected to each other. So whatever things that you're going to do with our ecosystem, our environment, it will really reflect and it will really destroy to ourselves as well. So do good so that the environment will also do good to us. Ganon. Simple as that. How about you, Tutor Jen?
Ano yan, parang yung sa series na Manifest Tutor Rogar, yung
Mm-mm.
calling na, sinasabi na it's all connected.
Yes,
So
true.
whatever we do, always may kapalit or somebody or someone or something is affected by every action that we do. So we think again of any sustainable act para we can still protect our environment and our ecosystem.
Correct. Yan. Hello to my piggy. Sabi ni Gaza, cute daw yung piggy ko.
Yan. At Tutor Rogar, di ba, this lesson is your lesson sa DepEd TV na
Yes,
episode.
that is my lesson. Kaya masyado akong kuda. Makuda ako nito na topic. Oo, manood kayo ha sa sa aking Itulay DepEd TV. Yan.
Yes, and then sa IBC 13.
IBC 13.
Yay! So,
go, Tutor Jen.
Go. So, share your insights. Continue sharing your insights and use the hashtags #ScienceItulay7 and #ScienceTutorRogueJen para makita namin ang inyong mga outputs, mga insights, and your anything you want us to know from the lesson. Okay, so, once again, this is Tutor Jen from Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School, SDO, Davao City.
Okay, and this has been your Tutor Rogue from Francisco Bangoy National High School, Kilometer 9, Davao City. Thank you so much and God bless us always. Maraming salamat po sa ating tagapakinig, taga-subaybay, mga students, teachers, parents. Up next will be Tutor Z and Tutor Marky for Science Grade 8. God bless us all and to God be all the glory. Bye!